Alright, how does Google Antigravity work? Well, actually, it's pretty straightforward and works just like Visual Studio Code. To get started, let's create a project. To do this, we'll do an open folder. And what I'm going to do now is, for example, create a mind map project. Basically, we select this folder and click Select Folder. We say yes. And here, without further ado, okay, we can hide the left toggle, the right one, we can open the terminal from here, and on the right, as you see, we have the mind map, okay, which is basically the folder we created. Here we'd have the editor, since right now we don't have no components. Now, if we go here to explore, all this, if we don't have it in this order, we can find it here, okay? In the view section, we have here all the sections, but yes, as you see in Explorer, we don't have anything inside the folder, and it lets us switch to Agent Manager. Here we have the Agent Manager, okay? Then we'll go into detail. We have code with agent, which is this, right? And edit code inline, which right now, since we have no code, we can't use. So where do we start? All right, let's start programming with an agent, okay? Which would be this section here on the left. We're going to make it as large as possible. And as we see, we have multiple options. We can add media, mentions, and workspaces. It has different modes, 2 modes. Plan mode, which says agents can plan before executing tasks, used for deep research, complex tasks, or collaborative work. Then we have fast, which says the agent executes tasks directly, used for simple tasks that can be completed quickly. Okay. Now, if we're going to make a very specific change, we can use the faster mode for that particular case, but the vast majority of the time, we'll want to work with planning, okay? Especially if we're doing more logic-based work rather than just specific changes. Then we have here the model selection. We have Gemini 3 Pro High, the Low, the Flash, Claude Sonnet 4.5, the 4.6 with Thinking Even, and GPT OSS 120B, which shows medium in parentheses. So when will we use each of these models? Well, first of all, Gemini 3 Pro, both high and low, we'll use for complex, deep reasoning tasks. Gemini 3 Flash we'll use when we want more speed and for more routine tasks. Perfect for quick bug fixes, simple code edits, and low latency tasks. Then we have Claude Sonnet, which many programmers prefer for. As an alternative for pure coding, many programmers use Claude Sonnet directly, and it's perfect, especially the latest model, 4.6 Thinking. Let's keep it simple. And it works great for refactoring code. The truth is, Claude has always been the pioneer in programming. I mean, you have to remember this tool is from Google, and yet they still decided to add Claude's models. There must be a reason for that. And GPT-4 is there if we're used to OpenAI's response patterns, but honestly, it doesn't have much of a place here. If anyone knows what use we might find for this, I understand it's an open source code model and all that. I'd see it more as something experimental, something that if Claude and Gemini aren't able to solve, hey, maybe the GPT OSS model, 120 billion parameters, maybe it can solve it. So it's an alternative. Well, now we'd be asking it about building an application, right? Obviously, we're not going to tell it, hey, make me a mind map, app for mind map. Let's do it, huh? I'm going to hit send. Here we go, just so you can see what it's going to do for us. All right, here we're seeing that it gives us the tasks. It says, first of all, we'll plan the application and the architecture and design. Wow, it took it away from me, huh? Then we'll create the HTML, the structure of the index, HTML. Then we'll create the styles, create the application logic, and then verify the application in the browser. Very interesting. And here we have the implementation plan. So let's see. We're in experimental mode right now. Ha ha ha. Here it gives us the implementation plan. We should read through this. It's really important that we read it, okay? Because anything we don't like, we need to change it, okay? We select it, click comment, and change it, okay? Right now, since I've given it so much freedom, it's basically going to do whatever it wants, okay? But let's hit proceed and see what happens. Later, I'll show you how we can do something more professional. But just to see how this tool works initially, this is more than enough, okay? But we're already seeing that it has a much more professional workflow than Google's AI Studio. I've also used Cursor. Honestly, I haven't seen this in Cursor. I use the paid version of Cursor, you know? But anyway, let's see if the application is actually good or not. All right, it's created the index HTML for now. I assume we need to accept it. If we go here to changes overview, we can just accept all. I'm saying this because it got stuck loading, see? And now it's starting to generate. Well, here it creates everything at once. I think it was just loading and now it's done. We're seeing it's going pretty fast. Pretty strong, right? Here, 800 lines of code. Okay, that's quite a few lines, but well, since we want to see the tool's potential for live coding, which is ultimately going to be the main use case for many of you, let's go ahead with it. If it fails on me too. Wow, it's working great, isn't it? I can't move the initial one. Add child. Oh my god, it did this on the first try, dude. Let's see. When I edit, it moves, as we can see. We have save, export. I'm going to do a test, which will be closing this and reopening it. The information is saved, but where is it saved? We can export a PNG. We can change the color. Double click to add a node and tap to add a child, okay? We can go back with Control Z2 and do redo, can't do redo, auto layout, which organizes everything, and center view. Wow, not bad at all, honestly. I mean, as we can see right now, many things are missing, being able to change the shapes. It's missing things like adding images, links, being able to click links, having multiple maps, exporting and sharing the map with others, though this save thing. But wow, right off the bat, I'm impressed, huh? Though it's true what we asked for was pretty generic. Let's move on to something more interesting. So for this use case, I have this prompt. This prompt is basically going to work for Google Antigravity. You'll have the prompt, well, right now on screen, it's going to be showing up. I have this prompt stored in the Prompt Vault tool. You'll find it in the description. It's a tool for saving all your prompts conveniently locally. Lets us work with variables, lets us upload images, lets us create our own templates when saving a prompt. I mean, it's amazing, right? So you'll have it in the description. For example, I needed a tool to save my prompts because we've all spent half an hour developing a prompt only to lose it. And then when we want to use that prompt again, we have to rebuild it from scratch and boom, another half hour gone. If this happened once in your life, fine, but when it happens every week, it's a problem. So that's why I created this tool, to keep all my prompts in one place. So we're going to hit copy, and basically what we need to do with this prompt is describe our idea. My idea is a mind map, okay? I'm even going to add some references, okay? Mind map. I'm going to ask for color styles, image support, local storage, and any other features you can think of. All right, we hit copy, and now we go to Gemini and send this prompt, okay? With the variable modified. The variable, of course, you'll have to modify manually instead of being able to copy it as easily as I did. So I'm going to tell you which one it is, because otherwise, and the variable is this one here, okay? It says describe your idea here, where it says input user idea. Well, it's this one right here. That's what you need to replace, okay? Manually, wasting your time? I don't know, maybe. All right, let's hit send. We're going to close this now. Let's close this. I didn't hate the app, but let's create another one, okay? And this time, it'll be called mind_map. Well, AI the same, but all together. Here we go to File, New Window, close the previous one. Perfect. File, Open Folder, Download, Mind Map AI all together, select folder. Great. So here we have the result, okay? Let's do the same thing. Paste it in, and this result works a bit better. With the logic, gives you a better outcome and all that, okay? For example, things I don't like right-click or long press to create a connection between two nodes. Well, we'd have to test it, but I'm not really feeling it. Support images, local storage. What's this for? This helps us because I have to say that in the previous case, it gave us great results, but if it didn't, we could be using a prompt like this. Come on, let's send it. There's the prompt, right? Well, this prompt, I'll tell you right now that it's an adaptation of a prompt we use for Google AI Studio, okay? Obviously, it's not refined and all that, but hey, if you want to learn how to make proper prompts, in the description, you've got a free ebook to learn how to use artificial intelligence, which is the first thing you need to get started. So you're welcome. Now check out the tasks, okay? Now the tasks are quite different, right? We already have a much longer project. Let's proceed with the implementation plan. All right, so the project is already created. I want you to see the difference in content between the two. One literally has 3 files and 44 kilobytes, while the other has 105 megabytes and almost 6,000 files. Obviously, one is using libraries and such, and the other just uses plain JavaScript, and let's do a CMD. Let's do, oops, I made a mistake. CD into it and npm run dev. There it is, running on localhost. We open localhost, and here we have the tool, okay? Okay, I'm going to click create, which is what we want, and what node, how can I, oh, node, okay? And how do I type in the node? Select. It won't let me write. I have shape. You can make it circular or hexagonal. I have multiple colors. Let's see, it looks pretty good, I have to say, but both looked pretty good. I don't know if I can open the other one too. Man, honestly, nothing I like, huh? I mean, you see, This one here looks much better. I asked for images to be added. Okay, there it lets me add them. I wish I could select the image and move it. Well, there it kind of deletes. Well, these are all errors we need to improve. Okay, and then connect. Okay, we can connect between different nodes. Man, let's see. I like this one a lot better, not gonna lie. And then we can export, import, reset zoom. Okay, we can lock group, though I don't really know what unlock group does there. Well, these are the functions we have, huh? Everything, like I said, it's all about improving it, but as a mind map, pretty nice, right? We can export the JSON mind map, JSON. My question is, if I close this now, click, I close it. Well, nothing. This is about improving it, but as you see, we have a very good base. Let me tell you, we have code with agent, which is what we're using, but we also have agent manager, okay? Which is a whole world where we can see all the app development. Well, what's this for? It would help us monitor if we had multiple agents running at once to modify multiple sections from that section, be able to see it. And that's it. With this, I've pretty much covered everything. Look, we have npm run dev here, cancel command. There it is. That's why it opened in another local host. Okay, so this would be a matter of iterating and improving the tool. Well, I've been iterating for quite a while with the tool, and it seems to work pretty well. It's quite comfortable to use. I think it's super fast. It's also true that I'm using cloud, so of course you can tell, and you can also notice the awareness it has of the entire platform and everything, the whole application ecosystem. So yeah, that's it for this video using anti-gravity, and I hope you enjoyed it.